Uncle Mort's South Country by Peter Tinnerswood.
They were in Kilburn, Uncle Mort and Carter Brandon. Kilburn is in North London. In Kilburn there are Irish sodden public houses and gutters, and the sky has a thick head. They'd arrived there shortly before noon.
Noon. It's a grand word, is noon. I like words, me. I like the way they sound. Turtle. That's a word that sounds nice. But so is nice when it comes to that. What's your favourite word, Carter?
Pardon?
I said, what's your favourite word, Cloth Ears?
Well, I've just told you. It's pardon.
Aye, that figures. It must run in the family. Pardon's the last word your father said to me before he snuffed it.
Was it?
Aye. He was lying there on his deathbed, surrounded by his gardening manuals and his back numbers of the Sporting Life. And I looked down on him and I said, "Well then, Les, this is it out, lad. Kick the bucket time, eh? Can I get you out from the beer off before you go?" And he looked up at me and he stretched out his hand all slow and frail and he said, "Do you think you could get us 5 woodbines?" And I said, "Certainly. Let's be seeing the colour of your money." And a great slow smile of contentment came to his face and he said, "Pardon?" And I smiled too. And I said, all soft and tender, "Pillock." When I got back he'd already been called to glory. And to add insult to injury, all they'd got at the beer off was players' weights.
Pardon?
They had established themselves in a lodging house with thin stairs, dust-stained fanlights and backyard, squabbling with sparrows. They were quartered in the attic. There was a smell of mouse droppings and aged cardboard lampshades.
Favourite, eh, Carter? Bloody spot on.
Aye. Shall we go out then?
What for? It's champion here. Everything a man of refinement could desire. It will be sheer perfection if only we had an air raid.
Come on. On your hind legs.
Grumbling and grousing and tugging savagely at his shirt-tail, Uncle Mort levered himself into the front passenger seat of the blood-red Beetle, and they set off to see the sights. The hump-backed flyover, weary with traffic. Laundry vans. Limousines fluttering with the pennants of Araby. Wagons from gravel pits. Cars with Dutch registration plates. Blunt-nosed lorries with trailers from Norway.
You must stretch their resources thinking of something to bring from Norway, eh, Carter?
Aye.
Here's a riddle for you, Carter. What was the name of a famous popular singer of the 1950s who came partly from the southern states of America and partly from Norway?
I haven't a clue. Who?
Tennessee Ernie Fjord.
They came to Tower Bridge. It was open. An Italian frigate passed beneath it, dressed overall, sailors stiff to attention lining the bridge.
It's funny, but you don't expect the Wops to have a navy, do you?
No.
I wonder if they've got dental mechanics as we know them.
Forced to. They've got teeth, haven't they?
Aye, but not as we know them.
They stopped for a while outside the Tower of London.
I wonder what it's like being beheaded.
A doddle, lad. Just like having a short back and sides at the co-op barbers. Only you don't get poked in the back of the neck with a red ballpoint pen.
They drove slowly past the Bank of England.
Bugger it. It's closed. Them sort of places are always the same, Carter. You can bank on them being closed religious when you need to draw your old age pension.
Shall we go back to the digs and have a couple of pints or two?
No. Let's go to Soho.
What? You go to Soho?
Why not? I once went there after the 27 FA Challenge Cup final. Cardiff City versus Arsenal.
Who won?
The Bouncers.
Oh, aye. You went to a club and they threw you out, did they?
I'm not talking about that sort of bouncers, Carter. I'm talking about the bouncers on the front of the chest of this stripper. Enormous they was, lad. Like a pair of Alex James autograph footballs. And she rotated them, independently, clockwise and anti-clockwise. It were like watching a clinch between Max Schmeling and 2-ton Tony Galento. It were like witnessing a violent altercation between 2 bald-headed greengrocers with a damson stuck in the middle of each of their foreheads.
But how come the bouncers won?
owing to the vagaries of my rattle.
You what?
Well, I couldn't contain myself, Carter. No man could at the sight of them two rampant Nellies. Well, I sprang to my feet, and I shook me rattle for all it was worth. And then, bugger me, the head flew off and hit the barmaid straight in the two front teeth. Mayhem, lad. Pandemonium. Talk about the fall of Constantinople, not in the same league. Well, the next thing I knew, I'm in the guards van of the Thames Clyde Express just outside Market Harbour Station. And there's a whippet licking me left ear hole and half a dozen 3-day-old pullets pecking the fluff from me flies. And that, Carter, is why to this very day I've always preferred the old-fashioned centre forward with corrugated shin guards and unobtrusive eye makeup.
Carter Brandon managed to find a parking space in Soho Square. Smell of charcoal and sizzling eastern spices, flaring braziers, slurp of sandals, click-a-clack of high heels, laughter, hoarse coughs.
Hello, boys. Oi, you two.
They turned. A man was sitting in a doorway framed with twinkling light bulbs and pictures of naked women sucking their forefingers. The hair on his chest reached up to his Adam's apple. He had gold teeth and white wrists.
5 quid a shot, lads. 4 lovely ladies of various hues, and topless waitresses for your own personal table service. Come on in, and let it all hang out.
We might as well. This place looks as good as any.
I know, Carter, but shall we go for a pint first? I served all through the First World War, lad, and in my experience it's always best to have a pint or two before indulging in activities of an explicit nature. You ask Sir Douglas Haig.
Right. Well, we'll go in here.